doing the jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Subscribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was on your mama.
Harry Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism. Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah!
This Oh Steve comes to us from Richard Gardner. First, Oh Steve. This short and sweet Oh Steve is a callback to the movie The Town. It is to be done in a Boston accent. I almost went Southern. You know what I haven't done in a long time? That me daddy! Okay, the Boston accent. Ben Affleck. I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You're never gonna ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people. Jeremy Renner. Which car we're gonna take? Oh, Steve's. What you think? You got it though, right?
Yeah.
Which car we gonna take? Oh, Steve's. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't bad.
It was like getting from a fat. It was all right. All right. Midori Evans. First time. Oh, God.
First time, long name.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
You know what happened with my other classes?
What?
This piece
Yeah.
went that way.
Yeah.
So I was trying to use it, but I would halfway be on my face and then slip off, and I would have to hold it like a monocle.
You need to go to an optometrist and get some real glasses.
But it's not real glasses that I need. It's because the light from the phone
Yeah.
with my eyes. So these cheap $13 glasses, they're for that.
Dude, I see you read menus.
Like that?
You pull the paper as far away from you as you can to try to read a menu. See, now you know why I don't wear a hat anymore. It's too much. The headphones, the whole thing.
First time emailer. Steve, do what you do, baby. Hey, Big Daddy and Uncle Jew. First, let me say I absolutely love the podcast. I learned maybe I don't. Wait a minute. I learned of it when Aries promoted on the Breakfast Club earlier this year. Yes, Uncle Jew, I started from ground zero and worked my way up like Big Daddy said. Atta girl.
It's a lot of work.
For the purpose of this email, just call me Badger. Hopefully I get my badge because I listened from the beginning. Ooh. Shamor, start the paperwork on this. But don't put it through processing yet until Andy and I look at our resume and see how big it is. And if they big enough, then you can put. I'm still currently catching up, and I finally made it to the 2024 episodes. I'm currently in July of 2024. I caught up so fast because I drive for a living and drop random off at people's houses. I actually sent Aries a message on Instagram and told him have said it was a lot of episodes. I should have said it was a lot of episodes. But nonetheless, I persevered and started the book from the beginning. Anyway, I didn't want to decurse this thing, but I have to get some off my chest, so here it goes. Uncle Andy, I love you dearly, and I want to approach these topics as carefully and respectfully as I can. Two things. I disagree with you on our reparations pertaining to when they should start and Jim Crow. I totally respect your viewpoint, and I'm not saying you can't have those viewpoints because they are truly interesting, but I really just want to shake you sometimes. So I decided to do some research on slavery in America, the Willie Lynch letters, as well as the Jim Crow laws. My whole point is to have you consider why all of the descendants of slaves that were stolen from the motherland Africa deserve reparations. The first slaves arrived in America in 1619. They were stolen from a Spanish ship and sold in Virginia for supplies. Millions of slaves were captured and sold to slavers and brought to America, where they were forced to work from sunup to sundown. While whippings and beatings were a way to keep slaves in check, it still didn't stop slaves from trying to escape the terror and the turmoils of their situation. In order to keep those slaves in check, a man by the name of Willie Lynch, a slave owner in the West Indies, came to Virginia to teach slave owners how to further keep those slaves in check. Here he introduced the newest and oldest versions of keeping a slave in check. In his letters, he stated, while Rome used cords of woods as crosses for standing human bodies along its highways in great numbers, you are using the tree and the rope on occasions. You are not only losing valuable stock by hangings, you are having uprising. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the field too long for maximum profit. He goes on to say numerous things regarding how to control slaves in America, but the main methods were using fear, distrust, and envy, which were the main pillars for his methods. Much like Jim Crow South, these same tactics were used to perpetuate fear with the water hoses, dogs, and the KKK burning crosses on black people's lawns. They also used distrust and envy between our leaders, pitting them against each other. I say all this to say everything can be traced back to its origins. Someone just had to put in the footwork. That's why I believe that all descendants of American slavery should receive reparations. Uncle Andy, I'm not trying to change your mind, just introduce a new viewpoint to you.
Are you going to go through these all, or do you want to?
Yeah, well,
let's only do. Okay, go.
Aries, I'm going to keep this short because it's already too long. I'm glad I started this podcast, mostly important to witness its growth. I never got to watch you on Mad TV because my mom was real religious, and I was too young to watch your comedy. I recently came across a skit you did with one of the Wayans brothers in the airport. That one. I was having a bad day, and it really lifted my spirits. I can't wait to see you guys in December at the Helium in Philly. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to buy some merch, so please have some smalls. Thanks to the both of yous. Hopeful badge holder from Philly, Badger. P.S. Not a title, but one day while listening in my car, I randomly yelled, "Spear me Steinberg," followed by a moan. I don't know if you'll get a laugh out of it. It would be a great caricature on a shirt with a woman being Eiffel Towered between you two guys. I don't get that.
You don't know what an Eiffel Tower is?
No.
It's when one dude is, the girl's just giving one dude head, and then the other dude is her, and then they give a high five.
Shmore, put a paperwork through. That's funny. When did you first hear of that?
I don't know, a long time ago.
I had never heard of that.
Yeah.
Also, if your listeners are real fans, they will go on the Aries Spears website to see where and if you are coming to a city near them, like I did. We're gonna be back in Philly. I think it's December 19th through the 22nd.
Yeah, it's in December. I just gave it
No,
up.
that is it.
It is okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember.
So we'll see you there, baby, and maybe Andy and I can Eiffel Tower you. Instead of slapping hands, we slap Philly cheesesteaks. he has a Gino hoagie. I have a bad hoagie, and while you sucking his, I'm banging you in your ass, and we both slap hoagies and get cheese sauce everywhere.
That is so fun. She's funny.
Yeah.
I want to comment on what you said though, because I don't know which episodes you've heard, because how you set it up, how deserve reparations. Okay, this is gonna just be a whole
Cliff notes.
yeah whole thread though on the YouTube. You're neglecting a few things in there, but they're important for me to say this. First of all, I never said anything about not getting reparations. What I said is, I don't think there's going to be reparations for slavery. I think there should be I think that you could make a very good case. I'm not saying that I disagree or agree with it, but I'm pretty much agree with the idea that reparations for Sam Crow. Did I say sick? But I'm off here, right?
Reparations. I already.
Okay, you already deleted. Reparations for, listen, the Jim Crow. I said Sam Crow.
Yeah, you said Sam Crow.
You know, see, that's how much that the biker thing sticks in my head.
Oh.
Jim Crow. Reparations for Jim Crow, I think is very possible because, and this is the distinction that I make as far as legal, because it has to go through a legal process. So you can come up and you can, guys, people argue with me all the time emotionally. This isn't an emotional argument. I'm giving you the idea that I have in my head from a legal standpoint. Slavery was legal. Slaves were, as you just said, were taken from Africa, but they weren't taken, as you just said, captured. And they were captured by other Africans and sold legally throughout the whole world. So it's hard to make a case that a legal process, right or wrong. See, this is where people get into it with me, whether it's right or wrong. I'm not making that distinction because a legal process is what you have to you would have to be able to make the argument legally.
Yeah.
So, but let's go to the next step. After the end of slavery, when you come out with Jim Crow laws, so that you're basically reenacting slavery, that's where a case could be made. And here's my point: if you want to try to go and get reparations for slavery, go ahead. But legally, if you want the quickest outcome, would be to do it for Sam Crow era, because it was illegal, rights were suppressed, and that shouldn't have been part. There was already a war that got rid of that. So that's my point. And you brought up this whole thing about, and this is where it's going to be tough too if you go for slavery. You brought out the Willie Lynch letters. Who Willie Lynch wasn't from. It's not from the United States, and they're not asking for reparations. So I don't know how and you're using something that they brought over someone to train them because they didn't do this way. It's a tough call. I understand the emotional argument. I don't want to keep. I want to make this the end of this, but I'm talking specifically from legalese of how to look at it legally and how the fastest way to get reparations, to me, looking at it legally, would be that. That's my point. And I think people miss that because they hear an emotional side, and this isn't an emotional argument. It's about what you can get accomplished.
Carlos Maldonado, the WWE. What's up, Aries and GTA Andy? This is your boy Los, a big fan from Midwest. I'm a Chicano born and raised in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska. I went and saw you live in Denver, Colorado. Unfortunately, my guy wasn't able to attend that time at the Improv, and then I missed the next time you were there the following year. I hope to catch you in December, though, at the Paramount. Anyway, I'll keep this short. I was listening to you talk about the McMahon documentary, talking about how you thought because it's scripted that it's not entertaining. I didn't say it wasn't entertaining. I just said because it was fake.
You couldn't get into it.
Okay. Yeah, he might be right. I gotta disagree, my guy. I have to agree with Andy. The WWE is pretty much the guy's soap opera: drama, violence, and beautiful women. I used to be a huge fan back during the Attitude Era, as I was born in the 80s and 90s raised. That era brought The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the DX. It definitely softened after that. I just watched it again this year. Started with WrestleMania 40. That was epic and so entertaining. Also, the women wrestlers they have nowadays are much sexier than back in the day. You need to give it a try. I suggest the Money in the Bank PPV. If you have Peacock and as a subscription, you can watch anytime as part of the subscription. The latter matches or later matches? The latter matches. See, I know now ladder is in like real ladders.
You know, the ones that came after. Ladder.
Okay. Oh, okay. See, the ladder matches in that are so epic. You see these men and women wreck their bodies. Knowing they are going to win, they still allow the show to go on. They allow the show to go on because they get paid. Give it a shot, man. From episode 1, Jew and Jerk fan, all the way to now. Check it out. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Your Mexican brother from another mother, LOS. P.S. If I got a $10 a lot of money, I'm high as and been drinking tequila. Haha. No, you didn't. I'm telling you, man, you people do better when you're on drugs.
Yeah.
So stick to the drugs
It's
and
tequila.
alcohol.
It's tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila will make you uncross.
I remember when I did tequila. I do tequila with a little Mexican woman. And I put the salt on her tits and squeeze lime juice. And I'd sniff and lick it off her nipples. And it'd make me go, ooh, yeah.
Is that where you came up with the oh yeah?
That's how I came over there.
Yeah.
Doing nipple shots of Mexican women.
Hell, man.
I used to do nipple shots on black women, but they'd get upset and start cursing me out with the neck movement, and weave would be all over the place.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Anything to say to that?
No, I mean, we're on the same page with that. I think that he's right. I don't know. I haven't watched it though, the new stuff. So it's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't mind watching a wrestling match. I'd like to take my kids to go see one.
Yeah.
I think True would really dig it.
You want your kids to see a wrestling match, bring them to my house.
Who you wrestling?
My woman, yeah. Throwing that through the fish tank. D Claxton 652, real nigga shit, LOL. Yo, what's up, my and my sugar? Just had to answer the call to action once I saw the black and mild / sunflower seed signal in the air. Hear me out, Aries. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to the equivalents to the white boys, woo, are mostly of the non-verbal sort. The classic pants pull up. The Alabama hat toss from the Montgomery fight. When you hear, all right, motherfucker, swap for or all right, nigga, all right. Just a few signs I know of. Andy, if you're around black folks and you see any of those warning signs, hold on to your yarmulke and beat your feet. LOL. Be funny if he held on to his yarmulke and beat his meat.
That's a good way to have someone not fight you, though, too.
Hold on to your hat and beat your meat.
Yeah, you just start checking out people just walk away. What are you doing? I'm getting ready.
Right. Oh shit. Oh. No.
Yep.
You didn't record.
None of it. It's on here, though.
Manny Jones. First email. Steve, I'm in my disappointed voice. Do it. First email, too many liberals. Hello, gentlemen. I hope you're doing well. I'm a first-time emailer. However, I've been a fan of you, Aries, since I was 14 years old. You are one of my favorite comedians and on my comedy Mount Rushmore. You are also the first comedian I saw live and have seen you live multiple times since then. Andy opened for him each time, so you are just as special to me as Aries is. I started listening to the podcast because of Aries, but I stayed because of you, Andy. You bring a maturity and a balance to the show. I know why you laughing, but get the out of here.
No, just maturity what made me laugh.
I know what made you laugh. I love the dynamic. That would have been the perfect time to fart in your face. I love the dynamic you all have on the pod, and it keeps me coming back week after week. I felt compelled to write due to the consistency of liberal-leaning listeners making emotional assertions rather than factual arguments. Recently, you have had several liberals write to the pod on issues ranging from Trump to Project 2025. Might be the same guy, not sure though. Andy, you have done an excellent job swatting the leftist platitudes these gentlemen have written to the show. However, I am listening to episode 604, and the brother that wrote into the pod has it all wrong. It is obvious that this brother gets his information from left-wing sources, and I have had with him and other listeners. She meant to say, I've had it with him and other listeners from attacking Andy because he dares, disagrees, and doesn't accept what MSNBC and Roland Martin tell them. Andy dispelled a lot of what he had to say, but to supplement, number one, a judge dismissed the documents case because the Biden administration unconstitutionally appointed the special counsel. Two, Georgia is a right-leaning state. However, Trump is being prosecuted by Fulton County, a Democratic county. In addition, the district attorney prosecuting him as a Democrat. Number 3, a judge has dismissed 5 charges from the Georgia case. He is now fighting 8 charges out of 13 charges. Everything else is normative opinion. Thank you for indulging me, gentlemen. I hope to write on political subjects again before and after the election. Best, Manny. And I think I just said she, but my fault, Manny. P.S. DL is not a value added. Please never bring him on. Damn.
No, I like DL.
Yeah, I do too.
I just, everybody. A lot of people have made distinctions because they lean right or left. I try to stay in the middle, especially on this podcast. People say that I lean more right, but that's because Aries leans more left, and the only way to balance that out is for that. I don't think that you really know my opinions. And I read one where it said, Andy's a Trump supporter, and he voted for Trump both times. I haven't. And I don't need to fight that. But I could very well vote for him this time. I'm not saying it wouldn't be within me. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to bring objective opinion. And today I did the thing I'd never done before. Not that I've never done, but I haven't done recently. Is I put MSNBC on all day today, and I watched this. And I gotta say, man, if you're really getting all your news from that, and you're not watching other networks, and I usually watch CNN the most, just because I feel it's still leans, but it's a little bit more centered. Man, you have no idea, and of course you're upset. You should be upset if that's what I thought was news 100% of the time. I wouldn't be able to. I would be mad at me too. So good luck, but watch some other news. And I'm not saying go watch Fox News. That's not what I said. Watch CNN. I mean, there's problems at all the other networks, but at least if you're watching multiple networks, you're going to get some other information. And if you're getting it all off social media, you're just getting other people's opinions. That's not news. So good luck.
And for the record, depending on how much I've had to eat, I lean to the left or right, forward and backward. I'm not going to get into a big thing about this because I know this is where, one might say, or Andy might say, or some of y'all might say, I get emotional. And I do. Because of the history of this country, there has to be some emotion in it because I've got some stake in it as a black man in America. But I'm not going to get on no big thing. But I got to say, I think I'm proud of myself because when I see when I'm scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, and I see these black dudes, doing their own videos to camera and blasting Barack Obama, because I know he's caught some flack recently for telling black men that they should vote for Kamala Harris. And these brothers is, who the f*** are you? Just because, brother, don't be telling me who I need to vote for and blah, 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 and you pushing your liberal agenda and blah. So I don't want to get off on a thing, but I got to say, black people, this is why we are where we are at. Because we are so wanting things to be a way where it's like, the words they kept using were agenda, the liberal agenda. So all this time we've been in America with racism and politics, they've never had an agenda. Everybody's got an agenda. It's part of politics. But again, I'm standing by my own. I'm not throwing him under the bus like so many of you want to do. I'm not doing that. I don't get that. Sometimes I believe you just got to say it and stand by your people. And y'all just, you want to be so equal, so bad that you just fuck Barack and fuck voting for Kamala. No, that. White people play unfair all the time. So I'm playing unfair. That. I'm with Obama. And I'm voting for the black because she's black. You suck my.
But that's not playing unfair.
I know, but to me it isn't. I don't think it's playing unfair, even though some would say that is. Why don't you vote for the right reasons or because you agree with the policies? Whatever.
Well, but
right, when again, I know I always his name up, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
When Mitch McConnell said, we will never pass anything through that man does, you think that wasn't because he was black? So they have their agenda, and they
with him because he was black. So I'm supporting him because he's black. That.
It wasn't only because he was black. He's also a liberal. And and his stance was, I'm not passing any liberal policies.
Oh, I know liberal policies, but especially from that nigga.
And I'm not saying that isn't true.
Okay.
I'm not saying that is't true. What I'm saying is that's the agenda. It's.
I wish I did a Mitch McConnell.
So, but what I'm saying to you is, when you say I'm voting for her because she's black,
especially from that black nigga, he always looks like a scared deer in headlights. But go ahead.
Yeah, he looks funky. But and that's why he'd never run for president. But don't things that affect you aren't important to you as well?
Yeah.
Can I ask you just one question?
Yeah.
Her being black, how did that ever affect you?
It's about the history.
No. She has no history with you.
No. Our history. America's history. The first black woman. Let's get it in the books.
Okay.
I want it in the books. So I could look a black girl in the face and go, you can be anything you want, including the first female, or whatever, a female black president. You can be that. I want to be able to say that to a black child.
Okay.
That's enough for me.
That's enough for you?
That's enough for me.
What if everything goes wrong after that? And then
you
have to take the responsibility.
Well, when you pray for the rain, you get the mud too.
Yeah. Okay. Then that's fair.
So I'll play in the mud. But give me the rain first.
And I understood that's what you felt, and that's why I'm saying I don't think that it's.
I got a black daughter. I want to be able to go. You can do that. God damn it. It should be enough. All that.
Yeah. Well, when you're living on the streets, and
I ain't living in those streets, nigga.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Well,
and it could happen with the other side too. I mean, but do the best you can with the decision. Trump could put us all on the streets too.
Exactly. So if we're gonna roll the dice, roll them how you want to roll them.
That's why I've never got mad at you for that. I just asked the question.
Yeah, well, you got the answer.
Yeah.
White people have bragging rights all day long. I don't want bragging rights.
No, they even have bragging rights for Obama.
Who?
White people.
Yeah, they do. They help put him in there.
And they take it too. They'll take it.
They've been taking it. White folks take. They take. Whatever you have, they are taking it. What is that in your hands? Not anymore. Give it to me. All right. Oh, here he come. Watch out, girls. He'll beat you up. Whoa, here he come. He's a woman beater. Ronald Williams, it's been a minute. What's up, A&A? It's your favorite woman beater. Andy, this is for you. Please stop acting like you're not going to vote for Trump because I am. Y'all can say what you want about him being a decent human being or how he's supposed to represent the United States of America. I can give two f***s, but the piece of shit that's in office now told black people, if you don't vote for me, then you're not black. Him and Harris, life is f***ed up for the average American out here. When Trump was in office, life was better. Okay, let me stop right there. And I'm glad both DL posted this clip and I saw this clip. Obama had to check Trump, talking about, well, the economy was better and when Trump was in office. He took over Obama's economy.
Really? Because his tax policies weren't completely different than Obama's?
So the economy was better? Was it what he didn't take over Obama's economy?
Yep, but he implemented new tax policies that everybody said was going to derail the whole economy that Obama had done, and it improved.
Okay, but the point is he started from Obama. But he's trying to take credit for all of that.
Well, every presidency does that. Everyone takes credit from takes credit or
Did they give Obama credit for cleaning up Bush's mess?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have constantly said.
You have?
Yes, constantly.
Did everybody else do it?
Yeah, because I think we were in, I don't know if everybody's done it, but I'll tell you that most people and even the conservatives know, and Bush said it, we could have been in a depression.
But we weren't, because Super came through.
He slowly and deliberately, and this is where things get out of control. He slowly and deliberately fixed the economy slowly. And if his whole first term was about fixing that economy, he didn't get a chance to do a lot of things that he wanted to do because it was about fixing that economy. When Biden went into office, he was going to fix everything, and he tried to do it in 3 minutes, and that's why you got the huge inflation that we have right now. And that's what it's from. He didn't do it slowly. He wanted to fix it. We were coming out of a pandemic. I know what he was trying. I know what was trying to be accomplished, but that's the fear when you do how he went after it. Yes, you did have to fund. The whole world was shut down, so there was no economy. You needed to fund the economy. You needed
but
to
why
keep
you
it going.
talking about Biden? We talking about Trump versus Obama.
Because where we are right now is that Trump came after obviously after Obama, and then we went into this next bad economy, which is because we printed a bunch of money because we had to fund an economy.
Whose watch was that under?
That's under Biden's.
Okay, but I'm talking what you just said in terms of Trump taking over from Obama, and the economy was in a good place, was it not?
The economy was it was strong.
Okay.
It was solid. Let's put it that way. It's very
so
solid.
from the time Trump took the baton to where we are now, you're saying that Trump played no part in the economy going back on a downslide or being f***ed up?
The pandemic shut down the world, so it wasn't his economy. If the pandemic doesn't happen, Trump is reelected, no problem, because the economy was booming, it was soaring. He was accomplishing his goals when he put in those the tariffs. They said that was going to be horrible for the economy. It brought business back here. It helped the economy. His tax policies helped the economy. It continued to make it boom.
So COVID is the reason why he didn't get reelected.
COVID is the reason why he didn't get reelected.
Yay, COVID.
But you know, just before when Biden was still in the White House, I could almost guarantee that you would have voted for Trump in this election until this happened.
I don't assume that.
I'm saying I said I could almost guarantee. I didn't say that you would. I said I could almost guarantee that you would have.
Probably wouldn't have voted for nobody.
Okay. So only black folks get you to come out and vote.
Yup. And what's wrong with that?
Because then you shouldn't have any say on how anything works.
I got money. I got a say in everything.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
People with money got a say.
No, not if they don't vote, because your money is tied up into what politicians do when you don't.
So how about when couldn't vote?
And then now you have the option to vote, so you better go out and do it.
And like, for the
it's funny that you said that. I want to throw this at you
Yes.
because you just said when you didn't have the right to vote. When did you never have the right to vote?
You know me personally?
Yeah.
You know, I hate when white people do that.
No, it's important. It's important.
No. I hate when you white people say shit like, you were never a slave, so why does that affect you?
I didn't say that.
No, but what I'm saying is you're going, yo, you never were not able to vote, so what's your point?
No, my point is that people fought to get you so that you could vote, and then you said...
People fought so that we could have the option to decide if we wanted to or not.
Okay, you could say that.
So
but
if
all
I
those
want
people
to,
that went,
I'll vote. If I don't, I don't.
But all the people that came before you that wanted that right, you're basically just not putting any effort into what they put out for you.
No. They fought for the right to have the choice. And if you want to vote, you should be able to have that choice. Not be told you can't. So if they fought for my right, it is my right if I choose to utilize it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You don't have to wipe your ass either. You could just walk around dirty ass.
Well, I could just not use a washcloth and use my hands.
Yeah, and I wash my hands.
Right.
So my hands are clean.
And my washcloths are clean.
No, they're not.
We're not going to go this route. You know what it is.
But I'm being honest.
So am I.
It's lazy, dude.
No, it's not.
It is.
How's it lazy?
It's lazy.
If I say I don't want to vote because I don't like either party?
Then you should speak out and say that a lot.
Okay, and who's listening?
I don't know. You got a platform. We get people writing in all the time.
Okay, listen close. I don't like either party. There, I said it.
I don't blame you at one bit.
Okay, yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
But I'm voting for the black woman if I vote.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
But I'm happy that you're voting.
Okay.
I'd rather you vote for if she wasn't running, I'd rather you vote for one of the third party candidates, just so that you actually exercise the right to vote.
Are they black?
No.
Then I ain't vote for them.
But how come you didn't want to vote for any of the black conservative candidates that ran?
Because we know, to me, come on, man, fuck out of here with them niggas.
No, because you can't have it both
Them
ways.
soft shoe,
You can't have it. You can't have it both ways.
Fuck outta here.
You can't have it both ways.
Mind your business. Don't worry about who I'm voting for, nigga.
Yeah. You just.
The average American out here when Trump was in office, life was better. One thing America respectable is his honesty. So Andy, it is what it is. Trump 2025. I'm not voting for her because she's black. I could give a about that, and I'm not against anyone who wants to vote for her, but don't crash out on Andy because he told no lie. But I wish you would tell people to off about their feelings. So as he telling you that he wishes you would tell people to off about their feelings.
About their feelings, because it's they're doing emotional arguments, not.
You know,
I just
black people as a community and as a race. Maybe around, again, in the 60s because we had to. But we are our dollars are so powerful. Our style is so influential. We are a powerful people if we ever could form like Voltron and really go hard. And we never, ever do that. Every other race does that but us.
What do you mean go hard?
Just unite and go hard in the paint.
Well, white people vote for different people.
You have that luxury. You have that luxury. Now we have that luxury. But for a long time, we didn't. And we've been so divided because we never had that luxury, and it's been embedded into us since slavery, separation of this and that, good hair, bad hair, light skin, dark skin. We live by that credo. But we've never truly stood up for one another and went, yo, let's really do this. Let's really become a unit as a people and move forward and go hard in the paint. We've never done that.
There's a lot of black folks that work for unity and to bring change.
Yeah, they're working. A lot of people do that, but as a collective, we've never really done it for real. There are pockets of us that fight to do that every day, but we've never really done that for real. We talk about it. We do more talking than doing.
Because you have the right to choose if you want to do that or not.
Zachary Kennedy, episode 610. Pardon the interruption. Pardon the information. What's up, ANA? Long-time listener, first-time emailer. Hit it, Steve. I was listening to 610 PTI, and I agree with Andy in that it's much harder for an argument to be denied, dismissed, derailed when you use the facts. Trump's words and actions in this case accurately as ammunition to make your point. However, I'd like Andy to elaborate further on what he said around the 21:15 minute mark. I don't have a problem with him being a racist and the president, understanding that every white president has been a racist that's been in office. Why is that so easily acceptable, especially now with there being a chance for the tables to turn, at least for a few years? Also, here's a tough decision. Questions I'd like both of you to pine on. Would it have been an issue if it were Tom Brady kneeling instead of Colin Kaepernick? Number two, if it were the Black Panthers that stormed the Capitol on January 6th, would they still refer to them as hostages? Number three, if Barack Obama were a convicted felon, would he have been even been considered as candidate to the president of the United States? Sorry for the long email. Appreciate the read and can't wait for you all to come back to the D.C. area. Peace, Zach. Let's answer each question, each one at a time.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm asking, would it have been an issue if it were Tom Brady kneeling instead of Colin Kaepernick?
I wouldn't even use that analogy.
But use that analogy.
No, I won't, because I can do a better analogy. Who's the Florida quarterback that used to kneel, the white dude, at every game?
I have no idea.
He's a sportscaster. I mean, he's a commentator now.
I don't know who it is.
He played for the Denver Broncos for 5 minutes, and then he went somewhere else. I can't remember his name. He was a white dude, a very religious white. And
I know who you're talking about now.
And he used to take a knee. Did you hear complaining about him taking a knee?
Well, why was he taking a knee?
He was taking a knee because
For religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Right. One was taking a knee for religious beliefs, and the other one was standing up for black injustice.
But how come it doesn't make a difference? If
it absolutely makes a difference.
No, it absolutely doesn't. If you're taking a knee when the anthem is going on, you're taking a knee. What difference? What I'm saying is,
I'll tell you what the difference is. A white guy did it.
That's what I'm agreeing with you. You're fighting with me on what I'm trying to say. It's already been proven that a white guy can take a knee during the anthem.
But a black guy can't.
It was already proven.
Beautiful. Now, question number 2. If it were the Black Panthers instead of the whatever you called them, the Proud Boys or whatever, would they be referred to as hostages?
The Black Panthers.
Storming the Capitol.
Okay, and then what was the Black Panther? I didn't get I didn't understand it. So just you answer it so that I can understand what he said.
If it were Black Panthers that stormed the Capitol on January 6th, would they still be referred to them as hostages?
Who was hostages?
That one throws me. I don't know who was hostages.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that one. Here's I have a better one for this, and we've said this on the podcast already before. And we don't have to use Black Panthers. We can use the Million Man March. When the Million Man March was happening, they made sure that there was security around the Capitol, around the White House. They already had it out there. They weren't taking any fucking chances.
Okay,
so
I agree with you on that.
So this is my own point about that too. When they knew that there was going to be, when they felt like there was disruption, and why wasn't the National Guard deployed beforehand? Because you know what's not going to happen? They're not going to march over there and then go tearing down gates when you have people with machine guns standing over in front of the gates. Right. And when we say it for white people, they didn't, whoever, I have my own opinion on who didn't do what to get it done, but they didn't want that look. The look when it was Million Man March, they didn't give a about the look.
Right.
Okay.
So far with the one question and the second question, we see the racial.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never denied that, and been and called it out both times.
No doubt. Now, number 3, if Barack Obama were a convicted felon, would he have even been considered as candidate for the president of the United States?
I don't think any convicted felon would ever run for president of the United States.
But as a black man,
nobody would run for president of the United States if you're a convicted felon. I don't think you're allowed to be.
But Trump
president.
is though.
No, he's not. He's not a convicted felon.
Okay, let's change it. If Barack were accused of any of the things that Trump were accused of, do you think he could just easily run for president?
He would never have been allowed to run for president if he was accused of any of the things he was done. The reason Barack Obama was brought up at that time, a whole cycle earlier than what they thought he was, that was supposed to be Hillary's election, they brought him up there and he took over because he's very charismatic. And he almost, I hate to say it this way, but was raised to be president. He has they made sure that he was perfect and he was the perfect person to run for president.
But if he wasn't that guy,
he would never had an opportunity to run.
And why is that? You don't think part of that must be because he's black?
Well, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But let me say this though too before we do that. Before Trump, now Trump is we talk about Trump and we do this whole thing about Trump. Trump is an outlier. This isn't someone that is normal. We had other white dudes who had affairs, just regular affairs, and they were kicked out and they weren't allowed to run. This Trump is an outlier. Why is Trump this person? Trump is this person because of the time that we're in, and you're going to say it's because there was a black president before him. I don't really think that it's just that. I think that has something to do with it. But
Andy, I'm not disagreeing with nowhere you're going, but I'm simply saying if you take a black man and he did some of the things that Trump did.
Not running at all.
Not running at all. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 based on race, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I'm voting for the black woman.
But that doesn't get you.
No, that!
She doesn't get you.
That!
No.
That!
Because all these other...
No. That!
Doesn't get you anywhere.
I don't give a where he gets me. The point is that a white guy can get away with something a black guy can't. A white guy can get away with something a black guy can't. A white guy can get away with something that a black man can't. That's why I'm standing by my own, goddammit. That's why. 3 examples. That's why. And while you sit here and want to tell me, but that don't get you anywhere. Don't give a where he gets me. It's the principle, goddammit.
But what's the principle getting you?
It's the principle. White people stand behind white people. I'm standing behind mine. And when white people stood behind theirs, did we go to them? But what does it get you? It got you off for killing Emmett Till. It got you off for killing 4 black girls in a church bombing. It gets cops off for killing.
That's what it got them. So I'm standing behind mine.
You're standing behind what?
Exactly. Keep hitting me with the white points.
No, I don't understand what you're standing
Are
behind.
you listening?
Just color.
You goddamn right. White people have done it for centuries. Why can't we?
Because I'm
Why
asking.
can't we?
You can. I didn't say you can't.
So end of discussion.
But you didn't even ask if she represents you.
Her pigmentation represents me.
Okay. Then
And if that's the thing that allows me to look my black daughter in the face and give her hope and incentive, that should be enough for me.
there has been more qualified black men that are conservative that have run that you would not even look at to vote for.
Andy, if
That's
I'm-
where it's hypocritical.
Andy,
That's where
I
it's
don't give a
hypocritical.
if I'm able to look my black daughter in the face and go, yo, you can do that, you could be that, that's enough for me.
I understand what you're saying, and I would let you have that if you would say that.
You ain't gonna let me have it, I'm taking it.
No, I wouldn't let you have that because you won't say that you would stand up for a black man that was running as a conservative.
Maybe I would if I heard him. Let me see. But what black man has there been? What's the one dude name? The one that died of COVID. That. Did you hear what he would say when he said some of the things he said?
He's a black man. You got to stand by your own. You're a hypocrite on what you say.
I'm not standing behind. Larry Elders is a coon. If Larry Elders ran for president, I'm standing behind a coon.
What if he made black changes? You could tell people that he.
What if, could if, bid if, did if.
Could he make more black changes than a white man?
He is not making any changes for. When you listen to Larry Elders, when you listen to Candace Owens, you see who they're for.
Okay. But you know Kamala is doing the right stuff for you.
I trust more in her than Larry Elders or
Larry Elders isn't
when
running.
he was alive.
Larry Elders isn't running.
Andy, we don't know what Kamala has done yet. Let the win first.
But you
Let her win
won't
first.
give that same thing to a conservative black man.
If I see a conservative black man that I believe in, I will give it to him. But I have yet to see one.
Dude, you would say he wears no shoes.
You don't know what I would say.
That's what you would say.
I would say that for joke purposes.
But that's.
But the reality is, if Obama had some things about him that was joke worthy, I would say that about Obama. But he hasn't, because he's been the most awesome ever.
You say that, but do you know what? God. No. But do you know why? What do you know? What people are mad about with him?
You just laid out a whole thing about Obama being born and bred to be president.
Yeah.
He's articulate. He's intelligent. He's this. He's that. Now you about to flip all that upside down?
I'm not. I'm just saying that there's people that say that Obama didn't do anything for him.
Yeah, them niggas, them same ago, Obama didn't do nothing for black people. When again, you can look up his accomplishments. He absolutely did things for black people.
Yes, he did.
Okay, so then why are you bringing that up? That's irrelevant.
Because you don't give those people the same amount of credit.
Andy, don't hit me with one argument, and then when I deflect it, you want to fix it. You just now said to me, there are people that say he didn't do for black people. Yeah, I heard them niggas loud and clear. And I just told you, you can Google his accomplishments, and you just agreed with it. So let that one die.
But there's other things that I don't agree with him on.
You may not. But I'm telling you, as far as why I voted for him and why he has been great for black people and our legacy and our history, that stands.
I'm not denying that.
Okay, so if you're not denying that, let that go. What are you fighting now?
Because no one
There's always a button to because with you.
Because no one's perfect.
Nobody's asking for perfect.
Exactly. So if other people are seeing him...
Andy, stop arguing me just to argue with me.
I'm not.
Because on one point you agree with me,
No.
and then when I say something, here's what you do. You go, I agree with you, but
yeah, because you're hypocritical.
About what?
Because just from the point when you say, I'm standing with my own, and then when one of your own doesn't do exactly the thing that you think
Andy,
he should be doing.
This guy, who wrote this email? Zachary, just asked 3 questions where we laid out the hypocrisy and that black people face. And I'm telling you, that is why I'm standing behind mine. Whether you, white man, agree with it or not. It's not in your place to tell me whether or not I'm right or wrong in that.
I didn't tell you one time whether you were right or wrong.
No, but it's not in your place to sit here and go, whoa. I'm telling you.
I can tell you you're a hypocrite if you say one black is good and the other black is not good. And you're saying that I'm only voting because they're black.
I said to you, if someone is black on the right side, which there has been, and when I hear them and hear some of the shit they say,
Nah, you lost me.
What you said is, I'm standing behind her because she's black and that's solely the reason. Then say, because she makes you, when you hear her speak, I believe in her. I trust her. I want to vote for her. That makes sense to people.
I don't have to make sense to you.
No.
And
I said that makes sense to
Andy,
people.
I just said to you, how many different ways do I have to say it to you? If it serves me to be able to look my black daughter in the face and go, you can do that, that should be enough. That should be enough.
But
I don't need to give you an explanation that works for you or that proves me not to be a hypocrite. I just laid out for you my reason.
I saying for them, not for me.
I don't give a fuck about them.
The people outside that are listening to you that are writing into you and don't understand you.
Then don't understand me. I don't give a fuck about you. I give a fuck about my black child. And if that serves my purpose, that's my business. About anybody else. They don't pay my mortgage.
No, but you're talking to them and you have a platform.
And I gave them what I had to say. That's it.
But you can't say that you believe in her?
Why do I have to say I believe in her? I might not believe in her, but I believe in what allows us our legacy to be. I believe in that. I believe in the fact that if she wins, we can go, hey, we got a female black president. We did something that has never been done before, like we did with Obama. We got a black man and a black woman. That's huge to me. That's huge. That should be enough. We've had 40-something white presidents. No black female, first black male. Yeah, let's throw a black woman in there. That's good enough for me. As white people are trying to rewrite history and erase history, we need all the history we can get. Would you agree with that?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know, of course.
No, I don't know, because I don't know what are they rewriting?
Andy, you have said on this podcast, yo, they trying to either erase history altogether or they're trying to change it.
But be specific so that I don't know what you're talking about when you say that.
Of course you don't, because you don't remember. Andy, you said it. You don't remember saying that? In regards to certain aspects about black people in America. Yeah. They're trying to either erase it altogether or change it.
I think they're trying to change it.
Okay, is one better than the other?
No.
All right, so if history is not to be with, and they are with it, yeah, let's add that to the history. If y'all gonna try to change and strip away, then we need to add to replace what you're trying to with.
Okay. But you still won't do it if it's a conservative black man.
There we go. But it's like you listening, but you're not listening.
No, because you let the listeners, maybe they need to explain it to me, or maybe they need to explain it to you. That when you say it's solely for black, but if they're conservative, they're not the right person.
You know, it's so funny. It's like the examples are there. Even when Zachary gave the 3 examples, okay, let's push that aside.
He didn't give good examples. I made the examples better.
White man, take that credit, boy.
I did.
Okay, but let's push that aside for a second. And I've seen DL post about it. I've seen several black people post about it. About the thing, yes, where they're trying to change or take certain things out of history to not even teach in schools. They don't even want to teach in schools.
No, that's up.
Okay, so now let's add that log to the fire. If we know shit like that is going on, which again, we constantly black people being with somehow by this country and this system, more reason why I'm standing behind my own. Because they with us all the time. Whether it's erasing our history, whether it's changing it, whether it's playing unfair, whether it's with our president, whatever, we are constantly being with. So I'm standing behind mine.
I understand what you're saying.
Well, if you understand it, why do you keep asking me? We'll keep trying to poke holes in it.
I'm not trying to poke holes in it. I don't agree with you on the fact that I think, and this is just my personal opinion, that a conservative, successful black man could make even greater changes. And I'm not talking about this election.
Let me go with that then. It would behoove me to have a black man that could actually come and do that for the betterment of us and not with him because he's on the right. So let me not do that. But he's got to be right.
That's awesome. I love what you're saying now.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is the that have been on the right,
you haven't
been right.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It ain't been right.
That makes so much more sense.
It's like you should know what I'm saying without me having to say it.
I'm not trying to get you to say it to me.
Well, you know, that actually makes sense because you're always about, go with what he said. Magnum HP. Goofy ass emailers. Yo, what up to my favorite law firms, Steinberg and Spears? Since Andy is the opener, he gets the honor of having his name go in the front.
Hey.
Listen, I was at the Royal Oak Music Theater, and you two killed it. It was a phenomenal job, definitely A+. This was my first time seeing y'all live, and I never laughed so hard like that in a while. Aries, my brother, you were not lying about how focused you get when the headphones are on. I seen you walk around at looking like Jordan. I locked eyes with you and wanted to dap you up, but I seen those AirPods and I said, F it, LOL. Anyway, my main point is there are certain people that email in and have the audacity to either think they have a set on Def Comedy Jam, rant about politics, misconstrue what you or Andy say, rant about how Andy is a Trump supporter or about him in general, or come up with the same Hollywood scenarios of Oh Steve where every celebrity is involved, nothing original, etc. Like, bruh, it's tiring and getting old to the point where I wish y'all would skip these type of emails. We need some more of the badge holders to email back in. At least they add some substance to the emails. Anyway, I love y'all like y'all love Mike Tyson. Also, season 2 of Tulsa King is out. It's great so far. Peace from a Detroit who has clean fingernails but bites them off. Okay. Magnum HP.
We do need to get back on Tulsa King, though.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention that when we were talking about
What to do next?
the Penguin and Joker, because I was somewhere and I saw a billboard for Tulsa King, so I knew it was back. But you know, again, I'm gonna wait till it's over. And
Yeah, you got to watch the whole.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about that, and no one has. I don't think anybody's written this in before. My favorite thing, and I started smiling as soon as you started saying it, dude. When you have your headphones in and you're ready to go, and you doing your, you know, it's funny that it's obvious to most people, but the ones that it isn't obvious to, they're so butthurt.
Yeah.
But it's so obvious. Like when you're walking around, you have your headphones on, and yet you even wear corded headphones so people can see that you have headphones on.
Yeah.
And you know, I've seen you, walking by, and someone will say something, and then you walk by, and they don't know that I'm on the show. They don't know me,
Yeah.
So I'll hear them say, "Well, he thinks he's all fucking," and I'm like, he has his headphones on. He's getting ready for a gig, and you think that you have the like. Why are you mad? You didn't see that he had you.
Well, it's funny because now I'm so pissed because the last pair of wired headphones I got from you, which were the Beats, and they were red, which they've discontinued those. And the ear pods, whether it's the Apple ear pods or the Beats ear pods, for whatever reason, they only get so loud. They don't get loud.
Yeah, because I think people, I don't know if they got sued for having them too loud.
Well, the point is, the ones that they, before they discontinued them, they banged. So, and I got these other ones they got black cord, but it's black. So it blends into my shirt.
And people don't see it.
People don't see it. And then when I wear the black ones, I don't think people see it. And even the white ones, I know they can see it because it's white, but I don't know. It's something about a long red cord down your chest that people see. So I wish, I maybe on eBay, I could find them because they don't have them in stores anymore. And the couple wired ones that I do find, and like those, I think the store is called In Motion in the airport.
Yeah.
None of them get loud now. They come with a cap off in terms of volume, and I can't stand it. But the funny thing is, and I've said this, when people go, "Yo, can I get a picture?" after the show, like, what? After the show is not a no. It just means after the show.
And I don't understand. We've said this on the podcast before. If he takes a picture with you at the show,
it won't. Yeah.
Now it's a line of people wanting a picture.
So let's handle the business after I handle the business. I don't know. I think sometimes people have a certain sense of entitlement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
well, they bought their ticket. They came to see you.
Get up on my table and dance. I'm saying, break out some jokes for me.
It is, I don't get it because I've never been there, but there is You're part of their lives, man. When people come up to you and go, man, I've been watching you since you were on Mad TV. You've been in their life longer than their women. Longer than their kids.
Yeah. Damn, man. Don't take it so personal. What time is the show?
It's at 6:30, so we gotta.
Is it 6:30? You sure?
Yeah,
You sure?
Yeah. Yes, 6:30. The show's at 6:30.
The show's at 6:30.
Yeah, we're being picked up at 6.
Oh.
So we gotta give out dates.
I don't think you're right about that, but I'll see.
You look at it right now. Here, I'll even show you.
I'll probably beat you to it.
Probably.
You're right. You're right. Holy.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's. You want to do one more short one? Or you want to give out dates?
No.
All right. Here's the dates, folks.
I gotta jump in the shower, wash this anger off me.
Well, you're not a hypocrite anymore, though.
You, man.
Okay, guys, you're listening to this. We're going to be at Vancouver Playhouse this week, one night only, October 17th. That's Vancouver, British Columbia. October 18th to the 20th, we're going to be at Spokane Comedy Club in Spokane, Washington. October 25th through the 27th, we're at the Improv in Tampa, Florida. October 31st through November 3rd, with the Chicago Improv. November 8th, we're at Hawaii Theater. And that's in Honolulu. November 15th through the 17th, we're at the West Nyack in Levity Live in West Nyack, New York. November 21st through the 24th, we're at Ontario, California. Man, I'm going to be so happy to be back out there. I miss that place. November 29th, we're going to be at Texas Trust CU Theater in Grand Prairie, Texas. December 13th through the 15th, we're at the Raleigh Improv in Cary, North Carolina. December 19th through the 22nd, we're at the Helium in Philadelphia. And December 27th, one night only, Pikes Peak Center for the Performing Arts in Colorado Springs. And December 28th, the Paramount in Denver, Colorado. That's the show.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.